Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and today we're doing something a little bit different for the video. I'm playing in a MTG Melee tournament. It is kind of the unofficial official client that houses all the tournaments for MTG Arena. So I'm playing in the Jaffer Cheese Emporium, a fellow streamer, Jaffer MTG. This is his championship series, so I got a special invite. So there's a couple of cash prizes involved. It is standard format. I haven't played much of standard, so I'm just turning to old reliable. We're going to kill him with cleaves. So it's a pretty stock mono red snow list. New additions is Hall Monitor. 1 mana, 1/1 haste. That for 2 mana, target creature can't block this turn. This is good to get rid of like Lovestruck Beasts or Gargaroths. It's another haste creature as well in the 1-drop slot. And I hate Rimrock Knight, so I'm trying out some conspiracy theorists. Mainly because if I lose, I could claim the Shuffler was rigged, and we have the card to prove it. But really, it's just kind of a card advantage-y threat. The 2-drop slot is pretty lacking in mono red, just in terms of playable cards. But really, this is kind of to try to get implied card advantage. You can, when it attacks, you can pay 1, draw, discard, and the card you discard goes into exile, and you can cast it instead this turn. So it's a way to kind of get pseudo card advantage. I'm playing 24 lands. Some of the lists play 25. We have 1 Phoenix main to hedge against the Rogues matchup and to have a flyer for the Mir. The sideboard is pretty stock. I made the conscious decision to not want to lose to Sultai Ultimatum, so I'm playing 4 Roiling Vortex. If anybody's on control or stuff like that, it's really good in those matchups. 2 Red Cap Melees for the Mir or for the Boros Winota matchup. Some Dragonfires and Soul Seers as more pieces of removal. My favorite card against Sultai Ultimatum is Embereth Paladin. The can't be Heartless acted, can't be eliminated 5/2 haster for 4 mana. So we'll see if we can get people with it today. And then a couple Cronin Wars and a couple Oxes. So that's the deck. So we'll queue up into the games. It'll be more of a broken up stream after each match, and we'll see how we do. So stay tuned, and if you can, before we jump into the matches itself, if you're watching this on YouTube, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. They're all free and easy ways to help out the channel, so appreciate it if you could, and we'll catch you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Alright, round 1 I had a bye, so round 2 we are playing Adin, a fellow content creator. He is on Dimir control, going up to 3 Ugins. Lots of removal in this matchup, so a little bit of an issue. This hand has 2 pretty dead cards, so I'm going to mulligan. Probably just pass this, put away the cleave, hope to draw a land. Effectively have 2 draws for a land here. Perfect. So he has 2 Extinction Events and 4 Shadows Verdict. He's also playing Mystical Disputes as well as a number of counter spells. This will be probably game 1, a pretty tricky matchup. Four Saw It Comings, 3 Mystical Disputes. Okay, with the clock, well, not giving the option to so we can get Shadow's Verdict next turn, so I think we just attack here and then Bone Crusher him. Needed a land there. So I didn't want to play out another creature here because it opens us up to Shadow's Verdict this turn. I'd rather have a hasty threat to deploy after a Shadow's Verdict turn. Is he on Shark Typhoons? No Shark Typhoons. Okay, so get a counter out of him. Okay, so I think we do bring out the Annex this turn. So I did that post-combat just because they killed the robber in any case. The Heartless Act there suggests to me they might not have a sweeper. One, two, three, four, five, six. So 2 turns from Ugin. I think we... push here. Do you have Shark Typhoon? Oh, he has 4. I missed it. So this leaves me behind a good attacker. If in like Shadow's Verdict, Extinction Event, they take these 2 out. So he's going to scry here. We also want to get before he gains the life here. This makes any residual damage more effective. Okay, keeps it on top, so we'll see what that is. Could be like double removal spell. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can't double activate Crawling Barrens. That's annoying. So that's That's 2, 3, 7, 8, 10. Got there. Exacxies. So against control, especially the Ugin, this is a 4 Vortex Paladin matchup. So he can sideboard. His sideboard's not really bringing much. He's going to probably bring in the Blood Chief's Thirst. Think we cut a couple Torbrands. Cut the Frostbites. Might actually bring in Ashiok. It just makes a lot of blockers. His removal's Exile for the most part as well, so it makes it worse with so maybe keep 2 in. And maybe an Ox. Do we want Soulseer for something like Ashiok? Can get rid of a big shark. Think we just do that. Because I don't really want more of these. Keep in a couple cleaves just in case. These are the games where we're just never going to see lines. This hand is gasoline. We just need to get ahead on board, and then these vortexes will start doing damage. I think we go with this turn. It puts some more pressure on him. We got a reader. This is the first time I've ever cast this card, so we'll see how it goes. Okay. No value shark. Means he's digging for an answer here. Perfect. Means we can get vortexes going. Sneaking in these vortexes is good. The earlier you get them down, the better. Drawing our one of cleave isn't great here, or a two of. We might actually see Brazen Borrower as well. That's just gonna force the race to happen faster. Hey, that's good. I think we... Because if he has Shadow's Verdict, I don't particularly want to get Shadow's Verdict here. With playing Annex out. That's objectively worse. Okay, can I get Cleave? Land's actually pretty decent here. Okay, cool. So at least this gets it into play. Take some lines off the top. I think we just go face here. Just got 5-ish turns. Ashiok could threaten going wide, but this hand hasn't really come together super well. I think we just put a vortex away. I think he's gonna get this one. We just didn't draw any other pressure. Guess like Phoenix of Ash. Instead we just draw more lines. Cool. Very cool. Love that. Too many lines this game. Just activate here. Yeah. Can't really do too much. Let's take a draw step. When you're drawing as many lines as the control deck, you're likely not going to win the match. Give it one more turn, see what he does here. No point of playing at that point. Okay, let's take this next one on the play. think we get rid of a cleave. Actually, Ox is pretty bad. I think we bring in a second Soul Seer just to be able to deal 5 to Ashiok. Need a slightly better hand than that one. The Vortexes are good, but you need additional pressure. Him having so much removal is a bit of an issue. So we've seen at least one Ashiok in and the 2 Blood Chiefs. He's likely down some number of counter spells. Probably should have just attacked face that turn. But we needed something like a Bone Crusher Giant earlier. Just something else to kind of interact, but would have to imagine the sweepers are there. Be interested to see if he cuts any number of Udins. Good enough. Big thing here is we do have Faceless Haven. We haven't seen that in any of our other games. And in general, just being able to go on the play is pretty big in this matchup. Well, mulligans are not the best for either of us. Not having a mulligan this hand is actually pretty good. Oof, multi 5. The only downside of the multi 5 is we don't actually get to cast our, we don't get any spells off it. Nice. He does have 2 copies of Jawari's Disruption, which is a little awkward. We draw land. I think because we have one more Annex, I just get this into play. If he has the Verdict, he has the Verdict. Can't do much there. Land. 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 Get this vortex going. Love the 3 lines, never see your other line. Please land. Please land. Come on. So we do this, I can do this, can do this. I think we're going Annex this turn, because it gives me another chance to try to find a land. And they don't get the turn with Yorion, so this also gets another turn of Roiling Vortex going off. This does play me into 2 sweepers, an Extinction Event and Shadow's Verdict, but I can't really do much there. Yeah, he had it. Land. Land. 5 you. Play out second Vortex. All right, we got him. I could have won with this as well, but I want to let him know that we got it. That land means that we were able to do everything. Dean's getting all that value. He has mana. Let's put another trigger on the stack. Boom! Alrighty. Good games, Dean. Alright, so we'll wrap it up. 2-0. We'll come in for round 3 shortly. Thanks for watching. Alright, round 3. We are up against Gaiden, who's on a Pest deck. Golgari Pest. He's also 2-0. So basically just trying to make a bunch of creatures and pests. The deck list is over here. So Daemongoth, Demon. This deck's probably going to be a bit of an issue just because they gain a lot of life. So we're going to try to get under them pretty quick and then try to use our Embercleave effectively. In terms of the lesson board, challenge match, traditional standard, Gaiden. Let's try this again. Alrighty, let's go. Let's go. Play first. Need lands. Okay, well this is a curve. Question is, I think we have to put the land back and then just hope we draw something. This would be a great 7-lander. Okay, so one thing we need to keep in mind is what lessons he has. So the artifact or enchantment one, the draw card, necrotic fumes, mascot exhibition. I think this turn We're just playing this out. I don't want to lose this just yet because this can help us get around some of their big blockers. They have Pest Summoning, the Exile Creature, Mascot Exhibition, the Scry Draw a card, the land one, Colossal Plow. Wanted a land there. So I think we do this. Perfect. I think we cast it and then try to keep the next one up, because we can start setting up for an Embercleave as early as next turn. So Plow, when it attacks, you get to ramp and gain 3 life. So what we need to be mindful of is Tend the Pests, which makes you sack and make tokens. So this turn is probably going to be Annex, and then set up the Cleave for next turn. Getting a good chunk of damage. Oh, so already did exactly what I wanted it to be able to get ahead on lines. Just kind of filter through your draw. Nice synergy there. I think this turn, gonna decline. Just set up the Annex. Getting that value out of the snarls. So I do have 5 damage and burn. Okay, so they can animate there. I think we're just gonna push. A land's actually great. No, it's not, because I can't do both. So I can take this turn. I think we're just Ember Cleaving here. I have the Frostbite as well, if they want to animate. So I need to do the calculation here. So that's 16. So it's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, 6 axes. Got him! Believe in the Cleave. So we're going to see 3 Elder Gargaroths come in. So this is an Acronin War and a Soul Seer matchup. I think we're going to bring in the Vortex as well. Largely speaking, I think we still want Cleave. I'll bring 2 Vortex in. The life gain's what's concerning for me. Theorist did okay there. Bone Crusher's just big. I think we're cutting the Chargers. I do want all the Cleaves. The flying's nice here. Might just be Conspiracy Theorists and the Bone Crusher Giant. Just want to go big here. This lets me push through extra damage, which I need. Three lands, all you need. It's a bit slower of a hand, but a Cronin War would be nice. It's actually pretty good. I think we offer this trade. Just keeping this off from attacking, I think, is fine. I guess the downside is I can't attack with Lovestruck Beast. Next turn, I have the option of Vortex. I think we're just going to play Vortex here. Ooh. This is a weird matchup because they can get very aggressive, but I don't have any other way to shut off their life gain. Yeah. Tad of a negative. So we have Torbran, which I don't mind. So the question here, I think we just Torbran this turn. This sets up nicely for a potential cleave. And then I'd rather steal Gargaroth at this point. This also deals 3 damage a turn to them, which just puts them on a great clock. I think that turn you might have been like okay, so we're gonna steal that. Can I borrow that? Thank you. I guess I shouldn't attack here because they can get the thing to kill my enchantment. That might have been wrong. Yeah, they get it back now. Is this instant? Sorcery. Yeah, that was wrong. I shouldn't have attacked. Oh, okay. Sacrifice this. Discards Pelucranos. Okay, well, we got some options here. How many cards? 5. You need 8. So I can set up the cleave. I think we're just doing this. Doing this. Not great value, but it'll do. Just trying to set up for a cleave turn. Shut him off any life gain. This does speed up their clock. So they actually sequenced that wrong. They should have done combat first. That puts 8 cards, but that includes that. think we're just getting this out of the way right now. And we have Embercleave set up for next turn. Oh, it's 6 cards. So I think here we do this. It just shrinks this down to like a quite a manageable size. This is an auto-equipped, just pass the turn. So they can fight here. The Demon's a big wall. Keeps me back for the turn. That was a good top deck. Can't really do much here. So they can fight, but then they can't attack with the Demon. One, two, three. So I have enough to 11 1/1s. Might be able to sneak this out. Let's see how they do this. Nope. Just enough. Just enough. 1 damage. Alright, we'll take the play. Given that, I think we just want our creatures here. That was close. If you didn't have that, I thought first strike damage goes through first though on the fight. Can't keep that. Okay, well, this is a Cronin War time. I do think we have to put... I don't love putting 1 to the bottom. But that means we have to draw 2 lands. But I guess if we put a land back... I think a Cronin War is just so key in this matchup. We need it. Now we're just not gonna draw lines now. May have been wise. Okay. I think we just need to keep pushing damage in. Seems like a bit of a waste. You only get 1 and it was gonna die anyways. Land and we go to town next turn. Can I have a land? Can I have a land? Land. Land. It's Primal Might. see how they block here. It's a lot of damage. So they don't actually play like... So I guess they have Mortality Spear for 4 mana. That's pretty much their payoff. That leaves me with a bunch of tokens though. They could get rid of the Cleave, which also doesn't do a huge amount because just having these 2 Cronin Wars is big. I'll take that. Boom! 3-0. Love to see it. All right, we'll keep on. Stay tuned for round number 4. Alrighty, round 4. We are playing against Sultai Ultimatum, another 3-0 player. Have to choose the right match. Let's go. Sultai Ultimatum. This version is playing Onyx and Valky for combo kills with the Vorinclex. 2 Elder Gargaroth's main board is going to be a bit of a problem. Not exactly something I'm looking forward to. Just getting in connection with my opponent. Notably 2 Shadows Verdict, 2 Extinction Event, and then they're playing 1 Witherbloom command, which is interesting.
Round timer started.
Against Sultai Ult, this hand's too slow. This hand's great. 10 out of 10. We're going super linear here. Need to just, in this matchup, we have to kind of disregard what they're doing, turn things sideways, try to kill them. We get the Vortexes post board, which is good. This card's a dead card for the most part in this matchup. Hall Monitor time. Really like this card so far. Just another hasty 1-drop has been great in this deck. That's actually pretty good. So, instant speed, they have 4 cultivates, 3 eliminates, 3 heartless acts. They have the double black. I mean, I think here we just need to turn things sideways. If they have Shadows Verdict, they have Shadows Verdict. It's an 80 card deck. They had it. In this matchup, like, you got to try to get them dead. Just set up our draw here. Yikes. Again, these 2 aren't great. Mind you, if they have Gargaroth next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have to try to play around the shot, or kind of push there. We don't win the long game, especially game 1. We just need to be the aggressor here. An important thing with these matches, just know like when to push, when not to. That game there, if they don't have the Shadows Verdict, if it's an Extinction Event, we still have Robbers. If it's just direct removal, we're still good. Get there. Let's go. One out of the way. That's another decent one. So we can try here to trigger this if they have another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They need a land, they can ultimatum. With ultimatum, we just concede. $80 cards, you could only play around what they have. Like, you can't really play around. They already found at least one. The nice thing too is if they killed this, this still triggers, so we might potentially be able to find something. Okay. It's probably Yorion to hand. So lets me get in for 5. Play this out. Do need some action here. Yorion kills this, that puts to 3. I think we're probably too far at this point. Phoenix of Ash doesn't do enough. Torbrand doesn't really do it. Cleave doesn't do it because we're still short 2 mana. Win or lose on any of these matches, I'm done everything in 10 minutes, which is nice. You don't have to think if your opponent has, if you don't have any cards. Yeah, so we see the Yorion here. Okay, so that is an extra turn spell. So I do have Robber. Robber's actually pretty good here. I can Binding the Old Gods, the Yorion, which could help. So here I can cast Binding, cast Extinction Event. I guess this could potentially be more beneficial with the Death Touch. This could be take an extra turn. Yep. So we're still basically dead to an ultimatum. Just came a couple points short likely this game. Feel a lot better if they were at 2. Yeah, that's game. Guess not quite. I'm dead to that. We're not really going to catch up at this point. So in this matchup, sideboard, it's just another Gargaroth, really. So it's basically Vortex in, Paladin in. I think I want the Aggro more. Trim 2 Embercleaves. Frostbites are pretty bad. And Torbrand. Do I want another Cleave? So that game, like, we weren't dead the next turn, but we didn't really have draws that get us out of that. I didn't have enough mana, and they were going to gain life, so there's no point of putting ourselves through that. I think this is fine. They bring in one more copy of Heartless Act. Maybe Karavek might come in. Works nice with the Annex tokens. But not really doing much there. This matchup in general, I think, gets a lot better for us post-board. Just having stickier things. This hand's great. So generally speaking, I like saving this until after they play their binding, if possible. But I think with the way this hand's shaping out, we're just going super aggro here. I think we're just attacking here. So I played this out ahead of time because it might get them to second guess some of their instant speed removal. But our turn is pretty mapped out here. If they tap out, we faceless them next turn. If not, I'm just going to Bone Crusher Giant stomp them. That's a good draw. Time for some conspiracy. This turn Extinction Event's not that great either. Like, it gets 2 things out of the way, but we still hit him for 2. This can also let me pitch something. To be honest, I probably just attack with Faceless for the turn. Any incremental chip damage I could get in is beneficial at this point. The important thing especially is you want to get them to 10 life so they can't ultimatum cast. If they go binding here, it's still good for us because I just hit them for a ton. Yep. See what binding targets here? Theorist. I'm going to keep that. I don't want to play more into a sweeper, plus this gets the added bonus. And that effectively puts them on a 2-turn clock. So if they Shadow's Verdict, they're dead. If they Binding, they're dead. Nice and linear. Remember, chat. Remember, stream. Doesn't matter how many cards you have in hand if your life total is 0. All right, game 3. Do I want the Acronin Wars? Probably still. It's better than Soul Seer. Yeah, I think we just gotta be linear. Unfortunate we didn't take game 1 there. 3 points of damage short. At the very least, this, even if we lose because we're both 3-1, like picking up a win there is good for tiebreakers if we have to go to top 8. 7 line. There are 7 cards. That's a spell. We have the land. I think we keep this. It's risky if we draw more lands, but rewarded. The downside here is they can play on curve with removal. I don't want to make them use their mana this turn. I want to make them play off sequence. Because they can go binding next turn. I think we gotta be patient here. We're not putting them under a huge clock, but Bone Crusher, Bone Crusher. Like this, if they want to eliminate, it costs them life. This was a risky keep. Okay, notably they fetch green here. Could see binding. No. So we have Annex this turn. So I think we just go Bone Daddy here. Yep. So if they have Gargaroth, we're in trouble, but I can't play around Gargaroth. Just have to hope that the 80 card deck doesn't have it in the top 10. Hell. Okay, Hall Monitor does help. So I'm actually going to do this. I need the land, and I don't want to play out more in case they have Shadow's Verdict. They need land plus Shadows, but this lets me prevent this from blocking. I just need to shut off their life gain. I think we need to do that. Phoenix doesn't help. So I do this. do this. You can't block. Just trade that. Get my tokens. I need to try to go wide here. Just get that chip damage in. Basically have like 1 turn left. Crone War off the top would be bananas. Need that a Crone War. So here, like, I had to kind of do that attack. The flip side is you try to hope you draw Ember Cleave, which just gives you a blocker. That might have been right. I think we're just too far behind. Wolf Willow. Yeah, that's likely GG's here. Ember Cleave, so 2 mana. Okay, so we know for sure 2. So we know that's not going to be able to block. I can power this up. That's 4. They block with Quandrix. I can boost up my team. That's not enough. Get in the sky. See if they just block funny. Nope. They got us. Couldn't win them all. Couldn't win them all. All right, well, round 5, we'll have to tune in. Thanks for watching. All right, round 5, winning in or potentially tiebreaker for top 8. Win, I get in top 8. Lose, depends on tiebreakers. And we are playing against a Jund control style deck. So let's get it going. So this is the deck. So it's kind of a Shovel Enchantress style deck with Ephemia.
Announcement received. Announcement received.
Kind of removal in here, so it'll be an interesting matchup to see. Post board, they just get Heartless Act, so it's Deadweight's Mire's Grasp, which plays pretty well.
Round
even
timer
Mogus's
started.
favor. So it's probably going to be a hard match for us, to be honest. I think being on the play is going to be impactful. I think we mulligan this. Okay, this sounds better. It's double Annex, but Annex at least gives us tokens when things die. I would assume that most of our stuff is just getting killed. This is kind of the match I was hoping to not face. Just stuff like Mogus's favor is just going to do us in. That's a good draw. Just gotta hope for like Annex into Cleave perhaps. Okay, well, Deadweight's kind of annoying. The thing is they have so many like 1 mana spells to just deal with my creatures. Yeah, it's a great keep from the opponent. And we are Annex flooded. I think this turn we might actually annex an annex if we don't get anything. Yeah, Chevelle. I think we just try to trade with Chevelle here. Okay, so that's likely dead weight. They get to draw 2 cards, gain 3 life. Well, when they keep that hand, we're not going to do much. Cleave doesn't do it right now. Cetacean. These are relatively cheap. Okay, the cleave line's not bad. So you're 2 to escape, so they can do that. So I actually think we are doing this for the turn just to get tokens. And then try to win with an Ember Cleave next turn. Had it all.
Announcement received.
So many of these effects that they drew into this game. They can Mogus's favor here again. Start picking off my 1/1s. I think we are annexing here because we have to hope with the cleave. Okay, this is getting kind of ridiculous. Just so much gas against us. Gotta try to take a win here at least. This is actually silly. They've drawn half their deck. I think we need to try to play more of a control style game. Because even this Ember Cleave's not great. Okay, Frostbite's a thing. Assume they have another removal spell. We're just dead here. Whatever. We're not coming back here. They just drew way too much. So this is a all removal matchup. A Crowan's actually pretty good. I'm gonna cut the Torbrands here. It just doesn't do enough. Also against their deck, I think we're cutting these Fireblades as well. They just don't attack well into things. Just got to try to get ahead of their removal. Ox is interesting. They could be against Scavenging Ooze. I think largely, though, we have to try this. This matchup's just terrible. They have main board 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 direct ways to kill my creatures. That hand's not going to do it. Okay, if there's ever a hand, it's this hand. Try to steal their stuff, but like here, if they go turn 2 shovel, I'm kind of behind already. Okay, that's actually pretty good here. Okay. Snow Mountain's actually really good. Take out their like shovel potentially. Snow. I think I need to trade with shovel here. the problem. We needed a land there. Without a land, we're going to have a hard time because they're just going to gain back the 3 life. Okay. Can I get a land? One time, can I get a land? Yikes. I don't like that attack so much by them. Perfect. That'll be decent for a future turn, killing something potentially. So they can't Heartless Act this, so if they go to kill it, then I'll kill their Shovel. Prevent the draw. Well, we're all in on this shitty hand. The notable thing here, they can start getting that back, so it can kill these 1/1s. A deck full of 1/1s against a deck that just has all these enchantments isn't great. Yeah. Doesn't feel that good here. Dragonfire's not bad. Gives me a removal spell for the next creature. So we can see Mogus's favor here twice. Ah, forgot. Nightmare takes that from my hand. So what's our better draw here? Phoenix of Ash? Most likely. They can get this back next turn after Nightmare goes away. Actually, they can do it right now. We needed... This is too good against us. Now I can't really beat Jengantha. I guess I could steal it. So if we get a Crone more, it gives us a chance. Phoenix of Ash. How about an Embercleave with no creatures? This was pretty poor. That's a decision. Soulseer is pretty good here. Buys us a couple turns. Okay, Annex. Okay, Myers Grasp. Guess they can do this with the token, but do they want to? Looks like they're doing that. We're gonna have to try to steal this. Best we can do. You know what, I probably should have cut the number of Embercleaves in this matchup. They kill too many of my creatures, so it's a pretty bad draw. Okay, they are getting pretty risky on life. If we go to next game, I'm gonna bring in the okay, that's good. That might do it. Euphemia lets me exile Annex from my graveyard. That makes me a 2/2. think they got a little too aggressive. Drawing with castle. They can do this twice. They can kill two of my things, or they can kill one of my things. Can we stop having literally everything? They got us. We have to play to that out. They needed like that exact. Alrighty, well, 3-2. Let's hope our tiebreakers work out to see if we get top 8. We'll see. If not, it's a good run. We'll find top 8 playing Mercatan again on the Golgari list. They are a higher seed than us after their win against us. 4-5 bracket, so they get to go first. I'm doing well. Was hoping to avoid this matchup in particular. This is a hand though. Hopefully it can take us there. I think we just do this on turn 1. Hall monitor is an option. I will gladly trade this. I think we do this. I guess I could do this because it turns on Embercleave for next turn. But I need to try to bait this Chevelle out. This matchup's just atrocious, especially them on the play. Chevelle just kind of nukes my board. Okay, well, that is certainly a draw. Let's get this out of the way. Wish we had another red. Beggars can't be choosers though. Feels bad. Or not. JKLOL. Malakir's Rebirth. That's a play. Alright, well, hope they don't have removal this turn. Turn on cleave. Never not have it. So they've gained 6 life already this game. They can also escape and then take out another one. It's a pretty free attack here. They have Mire's Grasp. Each of these is just such a beating. I think we might just go sideboard. All right. If you can We can maybe Ember Cleave. No, but they, you know, we're done here. That matchup's just disgusting. Like, this is why I didn't want to play. They literally have everything but in terms of removal. Okay, so Roiling Vortex, Scorching, Soul Seer. I don't think we want a Crowan. It also doesn't kill anything. Fireblade Charger could come out. Conspiracy Theorist. 3 cuts. Probably just Torbrand. Actually, let's do it like that. This matchup's gross. It's gonna be a quick top 8. I think we keep this. I'm actually going to lead off on this because these are better as a subsequent turn. Want to draw a red source here. That's the best draw for us. Hateful's actually kind of annoying. Just being 1/2. Like all their stuff's like 1x. So hopefully next turn it's like Chevelle. I kill their Chevelle. Okay, that's not bad. This could mean they do have Chevelle. Interesting. So that could be Heartless Act. Yep. I was going to cleave the hall monitor if so, because then these are auto-equipped. See what they do here. Red source would be good. Okay, red source one time. Red source one time. Okay, I mean, drawing 3 Fervents isn't bad, but I'm a bit worried just at this junction of the game. Because now they just like refill their hand quite easily. Femia. I think we need to try to find something. It's not great. We missed lands and we're probably gonna die. We just can't beat this deck. It's literally 1 mana of removal spells that kill everything. And everything cycles. They're just going to be able to go wide here. The problem coming now is, like, I just didn't hit the line. quickest top 8 ever. Good games, Mercatant. Hey, Trenton. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna take off. Thanks everyone. That was a real quick match, but I can't beat that deck. There's nothing I can do. So go cheer on Mercatant. I think a few others are streaming. So I'll have Ice Yoshi. Is there someone else that I can raid that's streaming right now? Thanks, Preston. Gaiden? Can you, is it just Gaiden like MTG? The real Gaiden? Alright. Thanks all. Check out Gaiden. Hopefully they have better luck.